Good morning, everybody. Kathy Hawk here. This weekend I had the pleasure of coaching with my one of my senior coaches, Jen Roth, from Denver, and we coached a couple in Southern California who are doing a process called Powerful Partnering, which is one of my very favorite offerings of clarity. And they happen to be married partners, but partnership and being collaborative with other people is not just who you're married to. Partnering is can be business partners and anybody else that you go into partnership with. We use that language a lot. Well, let's partner on this or let's partner on that. Well, that's all good, but are we really being collaborators? Are we really being collaborative? Now, um, the on Friday, so the way we're doing our broadcast now for clarity is I'm doing the Monday, and then we're following up on Friday with the blog series of blogs that relate to the topic that I'm talking about today. So on Friday, you'll read Gary's very, very fun. He's a funny writer with great insight about collaboration. But I want to talk about it today because what other people think a lot about good partnership is that they think we're collaborating, but we're also compromising, and people think compromise is a good thing. Well, in Clarity's energetic system, remember we're talking about energy, not psychology. In energy, if you are compromising, it means that you gave up something. And if you weren't clear that what you gave up was no longer important to you, so it wasn't a deal breaker, there wasn't any tie to it, then what happens is you've cleanly made a choice about whether something's that important to you. I always think of it as a deal breaker, and if it is a deal breaker, don't compromise on it, because then what happens is you resent the decisions you made and the people involved in it later. So if you have a clarity card deck, and they're really, really fun because they give you the focus for the day or the week, whatever day you choose to choose a card. And the card that talks about collaboration says, collaboration uses the energy of contribution to create unity in teams and families. Collaboration is kind and it is effective. And compromise, by the way, is not kind. We think of it that way, but I want you to spend your week thinking about what it's like when you've compromised. Does it feel good to you? Does it light you up? Most of the times it doesn't. Now, however, if you thought your way through it and you're like, that really wasn't that important to me, and so I'll take that off the list, and I'll be sure that when I'm in a collaborative conversation that I'm going to be very clear about what works for me. And that is the way that clarity comes in to partnership in a very powerful way. And it's so much more fun. And that way everybody does get what they want, what's really important to them about what they want. And it's being clear about what you're saying yes to and what you're saying no to. So this week, I want you to think about that. And between now and then when you read Gary's blog about when he and I were hunting or shopping for chairs, you'll see a funny take on that and how it all worked out. So have the best week ever. Be lights on. Think about what's important to you and what you're saying yes to and what you're saying no to. All right, I'm going to close now. Let me get to end. There we go. And I